Hi guys, welcome back to Wheels. So if you remember in the last video, I visited the Great British Car Journey in Belper, in Ambergate, Derbyshire, and I promised you a drive of their Morris Marina. Well, let me just briefly tell you how that happened. The Great British Car Journey have a sidekick called Drive Dad's Car, and in there you can actually pay to drive a classic car that your dad might have had, or even you might have had years ago if you're old enough. Many people are not able to drive a classic car, maybe because they don't have the room for one or they can't afford one, but this is a great way to experience driving a car of that period. So I drove a 1979 Morris Marina and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I took along a friend of mine and we both enjoyed the afternoon out. So hopefully you'll enjoy the video and we'll take it away.
So we'll go left out of here.
Left, yeah. Left,
Yeah. Into the overflow car park up there.
Okay.
And then you'll see there's some cones set up over there on the left, and you just go in and out of them in a sort of slalom fashion. Around to the right. And then we'll go through the gates. The left of those posts over there.
Okay.
The white posts, we'll make our way towards the casino estate.
Okay. Left of these posts, yeah?
Sorry, right of these posts.
Oh, right, okay.
I'll say left. Right?
Yeah.
Go to the right one, that's it. And then up to the brow of the hill.
Oops, wrong gear.
So we'll go up to the brow of the hill,
Yeah.
and then we're going to go to the left of the warehouse in front of us.
Okay, so left or right?
Going straight ahead.
Okay,
When you get
yeah.
to the brow of the hill, you're going to go left of the
Oh,
warehouse.
okay, yeah,
in front
yeah,
of us.
yeah.
Just go left of the yellow line.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, so keep going straight ahead. And then where you've got the gap between the buildings near where the stag is, we're going to go
Yeah.
to the right there.
To the right, okay.
And then we'll go to the end and go to the left.
Okay.
Just keep going straight ahead up to the end. Get to the end and go towards the left. Get towards the left.
Left again, yep.
What car do you drive normally?
I've got Rover street bikes.
Ah, right.
I tend to go for sort of Rover cars. I've had 2 or 3 of them and they drive so well.
They do actually, they're not bad.
Yeah.
Which engine is it?
It's the 1.4.
Right, K series.
Yeah, so yeah. And despite what people say about them, it's a
It's a
fantastic
good engine.
It's a really good engine.
The way people go on about the head gasket,
It's
going
not
on,
all- it's not as-
You
yeah.
think they're the only engines in the world to
Yeah.
have a head gasket, but with that aside, they're a great engine.
Definitely, yeah.
We'll get to our 1.8K series.
Yeah.
These, wouldn't
It's the if as long as you look after the car and service it, yeah. Left, yep.
it? Yeah. So you just treat this grass as though it's a roundabout.
Okay.
So just keep it close into the grass.
Yeah. Go close into the grass.
And
Okay.
then we're going to keep it between the white lines now.
Yeah.
We're going to go straight ahead.
Straight over here. Okay.
Going where the Allegro's going up to.
Oh, okay.
There.
Oh, Series 3 Allegro.
Except we're not going into the car
No.
park, we're going into the overflow car park.
Okay.
Yeah, to the right.
Okay. It's a very soft gear change, isn't it? You know, the Rover gearbox is more sort of slightly more clunky. you know.
Yeah.
Which I quite like it because at least you know which gear you're going into.
Do what we did before.
Do what we did before the slalom, yeah. you know, people say all these Marinas is a load of wheel twiddling. It's not that bad. No, to be honest, it's all right. Yeah. I think just people hated BL cars. I think you just, you know,
went right to the posts.
Yeah.
I've got to admit, it's only in the last 10 years I've started to appreciate the engineering of Austin Road.
Yeah,
they had some good engineers. It's just we were let down by management.
Yeah, that was
low budgets.
Yeah,
but the engineering thinking was actually quite good.
I was saying to Paul, the Princess was well ahead of its time. The SD1 Rover was ahead of its time.
Oh, it was.
You know, Cortinas were still knocking about on cart springs, basically. You know, and rear wheel drive. You know,
the only thing that let the SD1 down was the poor build quality.
Poor build quality. Yeah.
Quality material.
The only thing wrong with Rovers and BLs was basically management. That's just poor execution of a good idea, really.
We never ever seem to learn in this country. It's always management. I mean, have you heard the news this week what JLR are doing?
No.
They're getting rid of the Land Rover brand.
No? Really?
They're getting rid of Land Rover as a brand.
Yeah, we've gone right.
Yeah, it seems before, but they're going to have sub-brands such as Defender, Discovery, and that sort of thing.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
It's crazy. So you won't refer to a Land Rover Defender as a Land Rover.
It would just be Defender.
Defender, and that will be the brand. It's mental. I just can you imagine?
Yeah.
Can you imagine in America if they suggested Cadillac do that? So you don't have a Cadillac Escalade, you now have an Escalade. It's bonkers.
I don't see why you do that. You know.
Yeah, it'd be like Rolls Royce ditching Rolls Royce and just selling their cars as Phantom, Ghost.
Yeah. Calling it by its model name rather than who made it.
Makes zero sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't get that at all.
It will cost them a load of money and get them nowhere. So, you can see in that mirror there's nothing coming, so you're okay.
I'm worried about thinking there's going to be a big truck.
You just have to be wary, because what you do get here is sometimes people are coming onto the industrial estate and they go around there, they get lost, and then they turn around and come back out the wrong way on the one-way system.
As I was saying to your reception guy, I started life on it with a Reliant Robin. Started my driving kit with a Reliant Robin. Although my first ever car I bought was a Series 2 Austin Allegra.
Right.
But I never got it on the road because at the time I didn't have a driving licence. Yeah. And the Allegro needed quite extensive engine work at the time, so I couldn't afford it. Yeah. And it wasn't parked at home. It was parked at a friend's house, and my friend said, "You're gonna have to get rid of this car, Bill. I'm moving house." And I didn't want my dad at the time knowing I'd bought it, so I ended up selling it, to be honest. So yeah, and then I was always predominantly a motorcyclist, which I still am. So I bought a Reliant Robin later, which my dad was quite happy to drive because he had one as well. Do you know what? One of the things that I didn't get about Reliance is the fact that they were £10,000 brand new in the 1990s, and that's ridiculous. Money, actually. Yeah. And at the last, the LX, they were nearly 11 grand after that before they went out of business.
Yeah, that would have been quite expensive.
Yeah, in its day that was expensive. Yeah. No wonder they went out of business.
The first Dacia Sanderos to be sold in the UK, they were only, were they 4,995 or
yeah, that's so cheap, isn't it?
They're well cheap. Yeah.
Oh, that's some potholes here, isn't it? Just remind them, try not to go into them too much there, yeah. Lexus. I used to have a GS300.
Good cars, aren't they?
Very good, yeah.
I've got a Toyota Century at the moment.
Oh, have you? Oh, wow.
V12, I have 3 of them. And I've got a Crown Majesta also. I'm in the motor trade.
Oh, right,
cars that I've got in stock right now. Toyotas and Lexus are really underrated. They're really
definitely, good. Yeah. I think the reason why people go for BMWs It's the rear-wheel drive thing. I think that's it, that's the main. I mean, I know the build quality is, well, you know, pretty good, and they drive well, but deep down, I don't know what all the fuss is about.
Years ago, it was because of the rear-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Now it's not. I think so many people who aren't car people, it's just the badge. You know that the latest 1 Series is front-wheel drive anyway.
Oh, they've gone to front-wheel drive now. Oh my god!
And but the build quality of them is not what it used to be anyway. I mean, back in the 80s and 90s, they were far better than they are now. If you sit in one now, you sit in like a mainstream car, let's say a Kia or a Hyundai. There's not much difference in quality. They're not the German car, they're not the cars they used to be. Absolutely are not.
I heard that basically, I think Volkswagen, Audi and BMW, I think they trade on their reputation of their previous.
Very much so. Same with Mercedes.
Yeah. Mercedes are well, at least in the 90s, they were rust buckets.
Yeah, they were. I mean, they were always good mechanically, but now they're just sort of very average, really. Yeah. Unless you're buying something really high up,
like an S-Class or something like that. Yeah. That's a nice gearbox. It wasn't me. It was me not used to it. But yeah, that's actually quite. It's quite pleasing to use, actually. Yeah. It feels very much like the Wolseley 1300 out. Actually, very similar to that. Right?
How can we drive around in this?
I'd happily have this as a daily, actually. Yeah. Nice mechanic, you know, easy mechanicals to deal with.
I've got a G-Reg Proton in at the moment, a 1.3 aeroback, and same with that. Again, that's something you can happily, easily daily. I mean, I've driven it down here from Macclesfield on this.
Oh, you come down from Macclesfield? Yeah. Well, I'm from Congleton. Like,
are you?
Yeah.
You live around there?
I'm not originally from there, but I live there now. I live just outside in a little village called Somerford.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually funny, having the only Rover in the district, probably. Everybody else drives BMWs and Volkswagens and all that. Yeah. How much time have we got?
You've got about 5 more minutes.
Okay. Got enough time for one more lap or two there. That's quite a late Capri on a D, isn't it?
It is.
Did they go to E-Reg? Did they make it to E-Reg?
Yeah, there's some Brooklands. You're more likely to get a Brooklands on an E-Reg. I think there's even a Brooklands on an F-Reg.
Yeah.
But some of them were sat around unsold for a bit.
Yeah.
So towards the end of the late 80s, a Capri must have been quite a tough sale, really.
Yeah.
It was a hard thing to sell. They were quite aptly an old car.
Yeah. I remember you saying about Protons there. I remember when they was in the 90s, them coming out.
Yeah.
The saloons, you know, and they were seen as like quite cheap cars, compared, you know, like Ladas.
They were. They basically, Lada was pulling out of the UK at around the time Proton was coming on sale.
Yeah, 1994, something like that.
Well, it was 89 Proton came out in the UK, and Lada was sort of pretty much on his way out at that point. And a lot of people who had Ladas started buying Protons. A lot of Lada dealers became Proton dealers.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
The quality of them, you can't believe they were a budget car. They're really not bad at all.
Mitsubishis, aren't they? Like based on old Mitsubishi.
Yeah, but this one that I've got, I'd rather have than an Escort 1300 or 1400 of the same year. Definitely, it's far better.
This is a nice car. I don't know what all the awful press was about the other day. The only thing I'd say about this today is this one's lagging a bit.
Yeah. The design's a bit odd, this dashboard, why it's shaped this way toward the passenger. They could have sort of done
I don't know what that turn, you know, like what these dashboard facing away from the driver was all about,
Should have done that really, and then there would have been still loads of space for the passenger and everything.
Yeah, it's a pleasurable car.
Yeah, it is.
We've got one more time for a round and that's it then, yeah?
One more.
One more. Okay. How's the video going, Paul?
Excellent.
Okay.
Tried to get a few different
angles
in of your dashboard and various things.
I think we've actually got a Rover Streetwise in our collection.
Yeah.
It's not on display yet. I think it's part the other side of the river. In the warehouse.
I thought I'd seen, isn't it a blue one? Is there?
I think it could be.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's on display in the museum, but they rotate the exhibit, so somebody will take a car out, put another one in, and then sort of thing.
It'd be quite funny actually to actually own a car, drive it every day as a workhorse, and then see the same car in a museum.
It's exceptionally comfortable, you know, the seats in it. And the ride, I mean, Bill's thrown it around the corners on the way here, and as a passenger, it was absolutely brilliant. It couldn't fault the thing.
They hold the world so well. They are really good drivers' cars.
And it's quite economical, isn't it, Bill?
Yeah,
for
47 to the gallon, I guess.
Yeah,
I'll show you it. There she is. There.
Yeah. I had an MG ZR, ZR diesel.
Okay, yeah.
It's ZR, isn't it? It's MG version.
They made them in diesel as well. With the, what is it, the L series diesel, or is it the M?
Yeah.
It's not the TD4 engine, is it? In the BMW.
It's an L series, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right, the L series.
Didn't some of them have Peugeot diesel engines?
Only the early Rovers did.
Yeah.
The R8 Rovers, they call them, yeah. They had the Peugeot engine. And brilliant engines they are as well, to be honest. One thing the French were very good at was making a diesel engine. They made cars that fell apart round the engine.
Hang on a second, Bill. I can prove you wrong with this.
I don't know. I think French cars are actually quite good.
Yeah, my £500 car will not die.
To be fair to that, I'm only messing, to be honest with you, but yeah, the Citroens I've had have been nice cars to drive actually.
Which models have you had?
I've had the Saxo VTR.
Yeah.
I've had the Saxo 1.1 Mark 1 on a pig reg. I've had the Citroen ZX.
Yeah.
What about? I've had the Citroen C15 van.
Yeah.
Peugeots, I've never had one.
Right.
I've had Renaults. I've had a Renault Megane. You know, the estate they made. I've had an old Renault Traffic van.
Yeah.
I've had also a Renault Master 2.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's my list of. Oh, I had a Talbot Samba.
Right.
That's my list of French cars that I can think of at the moment.
We're getting low battery warning, William, but I will keep filming.
I can charge it, yeah. When we get to park at me, you can stop the video.
Yeah, we're coming off in a moment.
Yeah. Well, what a night! It's been really pleasurable to drive this.
Everybody says that. It's a real eye-opener.
It is, yeah.
I wonder where it started out life. I wonder what its early days were.
Somebody's looked after this car.
Somebody, whoever had it, was, I think, a retared military person.
I would say
on the grille, it's got some sort of military coat of arms or somebody's on it. So I'm guessing a retired ex-military person.
Yeah. These are getting quite expensive to buy now as well. Which way do you want me to go?
Straight ahead.
Yeah, straight ahead. Yeah, if you're going to get a Marina in this condition, you're going to be looking at $5 grand, yeah. Yeah.
Find somebody to swap that Defender I've got. I think I'd much rather have one of these than a Defender. I could use the thing every day and not feel.
Right, where do you want me to? Anywhere?
Let's have a look. If you just reverse
into that behind by the Mini. Can't get used to this reverse gear. If it was anything like the Wolseley, it was floppy. Right, lift, and then tell me how you get in reverse.
Lift it,
and then that's it. Is that it right? Yeah.
Loads of room this side, so left hand down. Yeah, you're okay with that. That'll do that.
Yeah,
that's good. Excellent.
Brilliant, thank you.
Well, chaps, what did you think of that? Hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. If you did, give a like, comment, and please subscribe for more videos like this. So until the next time, bye.